Fiona would like to know what we're doing out here. Baby, Grandma's coming to town. And we got a lot of work to do, a lot of cleanup. I see another one. Every time I bend over, I see another. Why does that make you sad? She's like, I just wanted to snuggle with you today. Good morning. It is a chilly Saturday morning here at Longhorn Lester's. I actually am wearing a winter coat. It's the highest 55 today in April in Texas. Super strange. But I'm out here working in my gardens, kind of analyzing, giving an analysis. After all the rain that we had a total of 10 inches of rain in 3 days. And so far, all of my plants seem to be doing exceptionally well. So I'm working in the berry garden here, and I have to make a little bit of a reference to my childhood. We didn't have berry gardens. You couldn't grow blueberries in Illinois or anything like that, at least not that I know of. But I remember when we were kids and we would stay home during the day, my mom would leave us a list of things to do. And one of the things that sometimes was also a punishment was pulling weeds. Now, we didn't have a big garden or anything like that, but she loved flower gardens. She had rose bushes. She had those things, they look like daffodils, and she of course had tulips, but she had flower beds. And one of the punishments or chores to do during the day was pull weeds, and God, we hated it. My brothers and I would play rock, paper, scissors on who had to do that job. And I realize now I'm sitting here pulling weeds and enjoying every second of it because I'm being picky. Hold on, I'll show you. Look at these tiny little things coming up here. In relation to this giant plant, I'm out here being so diligent because I don't ever want the weeds to grow to the point that I can't manage them. And I want it to be pretty. And this is, therapeutic to me to pull all these little things. But as a kid, this would have been the ultimate punishment to have to be out here. And I would have looked at this and went, there's not even any weeds. But oh, there are weeds, and we don't want any. And how funny how 30 years later, my life has changed. Oh, there's a mushroom growing right there from all the moisture. I expect to see quite a bit of mushroom actually come up after all this rain. But how funny, after all these years, that I'm out here being proactive for weeds, and it started out as a punishment in my childhood. Yeah, I don't like all this grass right here, this clearly. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's my poor little raspberry plants over here. They don't look so great. They started out small though. That is a tree that's coming up. We don't want any trees growing here. But yeah, all these tiny little things. People probably think that I'm ridiculous and being boring, but no, I don't want them. I want them to leave me. Also, my mother is coming this week. Yeah, my mom is coming to visit for the week. I have a few projects in mind because that's what my mom loves to do. And I'll be danged if she's going to show up and see any weeds anywhere. So, Lester doesn't know it yet, but we got a whole lot of prep to do before my mom gets here. I'll pull the weeds, but he's got his work cut out for him. I'm gonna have to make him a list. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. But don't worry, he doesn't have to roll up any hoses. It rained 10 inches. I got a few days before he's got to do that job. So he should have lots of free time on his hands. Yeah, that's the way we're looking at this. Fiona would like to know what we're doing out here. Baby, Grandma's coming to town. And we got a lot of work to do, a lot of cleanup. I see another one. Every time I bend over, I see another. Why does that make you sad? She's like, I just wanted to snuggle with you today. I did not want to do all kinds of jobs. Well, you can watch me work. Is that okay with you? You look sleepy, baby. Did you have to work hard last night? You think you might be able to come out of the berry garden, the little berry patch right here? We got 2 more plants to plant here. And if I dig, that means you're going to want to dig. And, well, I don't really want you to dig. I know. Come on, let's go get you a snack, and then maybe you can take a nap while Mama finishes this job. Is that okay? Come on, let's go. Good girl. I'm feeling pretty accomplished. I fertilized everything. Hi, Fifi. Fifiona's still helping me out here. I went ahead and put BT, which is a organic spray, on all of my fruit trees because some of them are just not doing great. They don't have very many leaves, and they should by now. And then I went ahead and put some fertilizer on my citrus trees and avocado trees. I do have a few more of those to plant, and by I mean Lester. So I gotta talk him into that yet. I am down an apple tree, which is sad, but exciting because maybe I can talk him into going to my favorite feed store and finding a replacement. It sounds like a great day to me. You know, feed store, planting. Yeah, excellent day. Well, after yesterday's, the last 3 days, massive rain, my garden has become a jungle of some sorts. So I had seedlings that were tiny little things from the feed store that I have now put into pots. And we have our chocolate bell peppers, our long purple eggplants, and then I have one tiny little loofah that is growing. The other seeds have not sprouted, so I separated this because it was too tall for my little greenhouse thingy. It turns out that I have an abundance of watermelon. I did not anticipate such success with those seedlings. So more to come on that. I have leftovers that I'm going to bring and drop off at Stephanie's today. But today is about like training my cucumbers, getting my zucchini to get the right amount of sun so that it can actually produce fruit. And that went, my fertilizer is resting on top. It's a little early to video here. I need the zucchini to get the right amount of sunlight. And of course it's got plenty of moisture in the last few days, but it's so big that it's like shooting up to be above the cucumbers over here, but it hasn't produced any fruit yet, and it should be. So hopefully that comes this week, that it's able to get enough nutrients to produce some flowers to be able to get it to start pollinating. But everything has come along really nice. I think because of the cool weather that we have, that all of my broccoli is going to make it. It was a gamble to plant broccoli and cabbage in a time where we're in Texas and this is a cold, it's a cool plant, meaning that it doesn't do good in the summer. Thank goodness it's not summer, and we've had very cool days, and I think that my cabbages are actually going to head, and that my broccoli is just about right to start producing actual fruit and not bolt. And if you aren't a gardener, bolt means that it goes to seed and never actually produces a fruit. These two are not so great, but these are doing great. So hopefully that means successful broccoli and successful cabbage. I love coleslaw, and I love just really cabbage in general, to use it as wraps and things like that. And once those are done, we'll get rid of those and we will replace them with, I have more tomatoes growing, and then some of that watermelon will go in here. I have lots of plans. I can't wait to tell you about the big project plan for when my mom is here, but of course it involves this garden, and it's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to tell y'all. But more to come on that. We got to head over to I'm a Survivor. I'm going to drop these plants off with Steph. And we got plenty to do over there as well. We'll talk soon.